how do you get to start such a big truck with a V8 in it, such a small car with a small battery? Well, there's an art form to it. The art form is this. What you do is use big leads, put them to the battery and let it run. Let your car run. If the battery's good enough, it'll hold a little charge, and that's what you want. So you just make sure you're red to red, black to black. Don't muck that up, because that'll cause you a big problem later. Let the car run. Now, these are alternator cars, so they'll charge just fine at tick over, and just let them tick over. You can walk away, come back, see what happens, try it again. So let's see where we're at. I mean, this is a big old dirty 400,000 kilometre, 260,000 miles, one owner, box ship Chevy, man, and I love them. Phenomenal trucks, just so cool. Will it start? Yeah, it's showing some life. Let's see if it'll crank. So it'll take a little bit of cranking, because of course you've got to draw up the petrol from the back of the car. So that's going to be your first issue. It's hot as a desert in here. I was trying to think of a word that wasn't squared. Might have to prep this with a little bit of gas on the carb. Come on, baby. Pump it like you mean it. Okay, so it should have pumped up by now. So, plan B, gassing. People have different contraptions they use to pour petrol in carbs. I'd like to use the Dole pineapple slices tin. I find it's usually about the right size. Always keep your fuel way away from the car that you're going to try and start with it, because the last thing you want is a fire. He says pouring a ridiculous amount of gas in this carb. If it backfires, you want to make sure your gas is well away from it. You can usually put this thing out in the engine bay, but you won't put it away with the gas. Okay, let's see if this will start the old girl. I'm picking it will. I'm picking I'll get the crank anyway. Okay. Come on, baby. Here we go. Is it going to keep drawing gas? Oh yeah, I think that's from the tank now. So you keep it running at a fairly constant RPM. Don't rev the nuts off it, you don't need to. You just need to run it through until it's going to pull gas through from the tank. And once it has, that'll be a great thing. Oh yeah, I'm fairly confident she's pulling it from the tank now. This old girl's in reasonable condition inside, sort of. It's very old, battered. I put a new bench seat in it. I got, believe it or not, just up the road, which is amazing in New Zealand. It needs new seat belts, it needs a few other bits and pieces. I just want to get this up to temperature if I can now. So I'll run it for a bit longer. It is as hot as a greenhouse in here. I am dying. Poor old Trans Am waiting for some work there. So next fire it up, sitting over there. Man, well, you've got some stuff in this yard. Uh-oh. That was a horrible snuffle out. Oh no, here we go. She's charging, of course. Gas gauge is probably Well, that'll be the gas for LPG as this thing used to run, but that'll be coming off this. Oil pressure's great. Just wait for a little move in the temperature, we'll be laughing. She's a custom deluxe, so it's nothing particularly flash. I'd love to think this will run to tick over again, but it may not. See, it runs rough. Runs rough at lower revs. Oh, there we go. She's taking over. Come on. This old girl's been off the road for a few years. Tell her she's Kiwi by the rough flat deck on the back of her. But patina wise, I even like the dent here. You can't beat an old Chevy truck. You really can't. I'm hoping to transform this next time I come home. This is my project for the year once we get stuck into it. So there'll be a bit of work on today. But she's a good, solid truck. Well, especially compared to the Rust Belt stuff or something from Pole Barn Garage. Because believe me, man, how he puts those things together, I have no idea. But this one's going to require a couple of bits and pieces, cab corners and things. And it'll require a rev-in. But it's nice to save cars like this from the tip. This old Pontiac shaker from Shaker Run. And we'll probably do a start on the next Pontiac in a minute. So, hey, if you've got a square body truck, you should keep it. Fix it. Parts are easy to get. It's definitely something you're going to love in the future. I need to get a step side deck for this, so if you've got one in New Zealand, let me know. But honestly, they're such a good truck. They're really reliable, fun to drive, easy to get parts for, easy to upgrade. I mean, just a great truck. If you got one, keep hold of it. Thanks. Cheers guys. Speak to you soon.